Welcome to EPL Global Review and viewing the great game of Ivory Coast, Mozambique. Mozambique is a fighters. I think you can officially call them the EFF. I think there's so much performance that we can talk about. We'll talk about the goal. We'll talk about the one that was almost a goal, but was greatly defended by the Mozambican team. I think it was a good game, but angikho ngedwa. I'm with Ubaba Gabela. Please help me welcome Ubaba Gabela on the show tonight. Hello, Baba.
Hi, Babu Hatere. Hi to your viewers. Great game tonight, as
Yo,
anticipated.
fire,
Yes, yes.
fire, fire.
But I'm happy for Mozambique. They gave a good account of themselves.
Yeah.
They showed that they are quite a good side, because there were no pushovers. The
Yes,
game
there were
could
no.
have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
the game could have been a draw, or the game could have been a 2-0. But the way they organize themselves, because remember, those Ivory Coast are quite a big teams. They are the
mm-hmm.
defending champions for that matter. You have to remember that. So
Sure.
most definitely, they are quite a good quality side with players based in Europe here and there. Quite a
Mm-hmm.
good side. Yes, I think you saw the game itself towards the end of the game, more especially in the second half. Ivory
Yeah.
Coast was beginning to find a lot of spaces. So that's what you'd expect from bigger teams
Mm-hmm.
like this. But Mozambique, heads up, they gave a good account of themselves.
Yo, I was like, to be honest, when the referee blew the final whistle, I wasn't ready for it because the game was cooking at the time.
The game was cooking, though. Yes, the game, was,
Yep.
you'd expect the game to be tight.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Mozambique well organized defensively. And again, you could see in terms of them when they've got the ball going forward, there were times when they will lose the ball,
Mm-hmm.
but try and defend up front quicker,
Yep.
because they knew if they don't do that, and the ball is played by Ivory Coast and begins to move with the ball to the midfield, that poses danger. So
Yeah.
therefore, one of the aspects in terms of football is that when you are attacking, remember, when you are
Mm-hmm.
attacking, you you get disorganized,
Yes.
because if you are attacking, you are finding spaces.
Mm.
You get disorganized. When you lose the
Y-
ball when you are disorganized. Therefore, the opposition begins to find those spaces, and they
Yep.
begin to find those passing lanes. Then you are in trouble. But
Yep.
Mozambique, they did very well in the first half,
Yep.
because they will try and stop Ivory Coast from trying to create chances going forward. Number two, Mozambique was clever in the sense that they were able to, as I'm saying, I applaud in terms of their organizational organization. They defended
Mm-hmm.
well. And number
Hello,
two,
Roger.
one of the things that you have to do is to try and find out if you can be able to have that solid defense and have that
Yeah.
midfield coming back and assisting and picking up players, which is what they did well in terms of being able to pick those players, Ivory Coast players. But
Sure.
the fact remains, you can't do that for the entire 90 minutes, more especially when you're
Mm.
facing good teams like Ivory Coast.
Yep.
Most definitely, when you begin to tire up in the second half, spaces will then begin to open up. That is why
Sure.
now in the second half, you begin to see Ivory Coast having a lot of chances, having a lot of those missed opportunities. But the fact of the matter remains now is that they ended up having many chances to
Mm,
score, and they were
yep.
unable to do so because, again, they were not given those full chances. They were given those five, half chances,
Yep.
close picked. But unfortunately for the goal, it came simply because of those things that we begin to call lapse in concentration.
Sure.
The ball was
Yeah.
played on the
So
side.
yeah, I'm saying we've got 8 people on the line. We just want to
Oh, that's
greet you
good.
guys. Welcome to the conversation. We are breaking down a game, Ivory Coast versus Mozambique tonight. We have con. So if you missed out, this is the breakdown of it. Smash that like button, and also comment to let us know where are you connecting from. You could be all over the world. You could be in South Africa or in Egypt or in USA or in China even. But ngenelela nje mfethu kwi-conversation sizokuthi what did you think of the game and be updated. You know what, one of the things that I observed was ukuthi when in when in Mozambique had the ball, baba,
Mm.
they looked like they were holding on to the ball for too long. So
Eh, yeah,
it looked like they were trusting like a specific player to do the runs and find the gaps and stuff. But I think they were not passing the ball enough.
yeah, but remember, because part of the reason why it looked like that is because today, when you talk about attacking, we always talk about moments.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask yourself the question, is it the right moment to attack?
Mm.
Remember what I said earlier. When you attack, you get disorganized because you try to get into spaces.
Yep.
When you lose the ball, you are no longer in the spaces you're supposed to be so that you can
Mm-hmm.
defend.
Sure.
Therefore,
Yeah.
when you are now playing teams like Ivory Coast, because you can see Ivory Coast, they were able to intercept a lot of balls that Mozambique was trying to play. Because Mozambique was a bit tired now, the game was opening up. Experience
Mm-hmm.
in terms of Ivory Coast was beginning to come to the fore. Therefore,
Sure.
as Mozambique, you won't find those spaces because your Ivory Coast will begin to close those spaces early,
Yeah.
which then means you are unable to pass the ball quicker. You are unable to move with the ball quicker. And again, because you are unable to do that, you can't force it. If you can't force it, therefore you therefore begin to say, this is not the right moment for me to strike. Therefore, you
Yeah.
tend to hold the ball and begin to delay the play a bit. You're
Oh, okay.
doing that because the opposition has got an upper hand over you. Number two,
Yep. Mm.
it is not the right moment for you to strike. It's not the
Sure.
right moment for you to attack because the minute
Yeah.
you lose that ball, it becomes danger when they're coming to you.
Yo.
So those are the things that you have to be careful of when you're facing teams like Ivory Coast. That is why Mozambique looked very cautious in terms of their approach when they have the ball trying to go forward.
Yeah. Sure. But let's talk about that. I think it was towards the end of the game when Ivory Coast went for that counter attack, and these
Mm.
guys put their lives on the line to defend that thing.
You've got to, because remember, if you look at that ball, Ivory Coast won that ball when Mozambique was attacking them.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
was cleared off.
Yes.
That is why I'm saying when you are attacking, be mindful of the fact that when the opposition wins possession, what is your positioning in terms of defending?
Sure.
Remember, you tend to push more people up front to go and launch an attack. That means
Mm-hmm.
you are thin behind the ball because your
Yeah.
players, you're trying to get into position at the front of the ball or at the
Yeah.
front of the person who's got the ball. But when you are now losing possession and the ball is passed behind you, therefore it means you are thin defending. Hence, you could see Ivory Coast winning that ball, and that guy that was running on the wing, he was able to bulldoze his way and shake off the defender,
Mm.
and then cutting on the inside and trying to pass. That's when
Yeah.
havoc took place. Fortunately, they were able to defend. The goalkeeper made a save, and again,
Yo, that was a good save.
the guy, yes, and that guy also saved when the ball was going goalwards. So those
Yeah.
are the moments that, as an opposition, you do not want to create.
Yeah.
But as an attacker, those are moments that you want to use to attack. So it's the moment for Ivory Coast. Those are the dangerous situations for Mozambique in terms of defending like that. Because, as
Yeah.
always, when you're defending, running towards to go to your spaces in terms of your defense, it is quite a challenge because you are
Sure.
not standing still in terms of being able to pick up the opposition, but you are running to get into spaces that you think the opposition will use. Therefore,
Mm.
you are defending in motion.
Yeah.
When you are defending in motion, at times you get punished because
Yeah.
you still find your footing in terms of where to be, who to pick up, and all of those things. So you caught in disarray. So a situation that you do not want to find yourself.
Mm. Sure. Sure. And how was the performance of Cote d'Ivoire from just your view?
Honestly speaking, they played well.
Yep.
I know because as I always say, your first 10, 15, 20 minutes of the game is still tight. Everyone is still fresh. The legs are fresh. The
Yeah.
game becomes tight. But as the game progresses and those legs, more especially in the second half, start tiring, you
Yep.
then begin to find more spaces. Ivory Coast, they showed that they are quite a good side. They
Yep.
can use the ball well. You
Yep.
saw that. They can win the ball. They can use the ball well. They are quite a dangerous side going up front because they've got good quality and experienced players. So to me, they
How
performed
was
well.
hello Stephen Perry? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. No, that's great. I think in and who are the teams that they are with on
Uh, they've,
Group E?
they've got Cameroon and Gabon. As expected, I would expect Ivory Coast and Cameroon to go through in this group.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
van. I cruci yo lali pegene la. So I think it was a good Christmas Eve for Ivory Coast, eh?
It was, but remember that this win, it wasn't an easy win. They had to sweat to get that point. More so
Yeah.
because you could see the goal itself. Um, you know those moments. You know those moments when you are
Mm.
there's a lapse in concentration because
Yep.
there's always a ball that is flighted like that from the wing into the box. The next thing that the defenders need to think of is in terms of where is that ball going to land, because That's what they call the second ball. So the first ball is the guy that played with the head in the box.
Hmm.
Therefore, the question is, be mindful of the second ball.
Sure.
So the guy placed that ball nicely for Ahmad, who made a run about 1, 2, 3 before he slotted it in. Meaning, the defenders, the Mozambique defense was really not focusing. They were really not concentrated. They were not concentrating. As a, there was that lapse in concentration because someone should have anticipated in terms of closing all the spaces in the box so that whoever comes in doesn't have a clean shot. But Ahmad, he ended up having a clean shot. No one was closing up because it was more of a second ball that was played into the 18 area, dangerous zone,
Yeah.
so lapse in concentration.
Sure. Yo, that's very exciting. And but it shows also that how much preparation did these teams put in place to be in order for them to play in such a tournament. When you see the way Mozambique was fighting, you just like you can see was that these guys have been preparing, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Because again, when you look at their squad, they do have players that are playing in Europe. As always, because I will always reiterate that if you are a team that is playing, a team that
Hmm.
is dominated by players who are playing in Europe, and you've got local guys here,
Yeah.
you may not keep up. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But when you look at Mozambique, yes, I look at their squad. You've got players that are playing overall in terms of, or should I say, in Portugal, in most of them.
Hello,
Like this guy,
unexpected and Steven.
number 10, um, Jenny. He's playing
Yep.
for Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. So
Yeah.
you they because those players, they bring an element of experience in terms
Yeah.
of how they should be able to play. So Mozambique had good players that are playing in Europe. So it gives them that experience that is needed in tournaments like this. So that is why they were able to hold on
Sure.
to their own.
Yo, that's exciting. Thank you guys for tuning in to this conversation. We're continuing to converse about Ivory Coast winning over Mozambique. Please press the like button. Also comment. Let us know where are you connecting from. This is EPL Global Review. We'll review all the games of the AFCON and the World Cup next year, and also coming back to the EPL in 20. Anyways, let me you think which team will win the AFCON this time around? Do you think Ivory Coast has a chance still? I know you were voting for Morocco.
As I always say, I always look at it past the group stage. I always look at the teams in the knockout stage. You know why? Because at times teams tend to be very cagey during the group stage. They don't want to give up out more because winning
Oh yeah,
winning by 1-0 it's good enough because for the 3 points.
yeah,
And number two, you do have the teams that are, you know, below your quality. With
sure.
respect to every team that is in the AFCON, they are all good, they qualify, they deserve to be there. But
Hello,
you play
Cindy.
teams you're playing teams below your quality. Then come group
Sure.
stage. Group stage, everyone has won his group or became second best in his group. Therefore, these begins to say these are quality teams. Therefore, you are now beginning to play it's quality versus quality.
Sure.
That's
No,
where now
that's
I begin to say, at that time, then I begin to say, who then can be able? pose a threat more for now to Morocco. So I will put it this way: who are the potential threats? Who will be the potential threats to Morocco? Because I still
Mm,
I'm still in favor of Morocco. On what I said earlier, they are playing at
yeah.
home. They
Yeah.
played well in the past years.
Hmm.
Represented Africa well in the World Cup. So to me, that is what gives Morocco a plus. But for now, who are the potential contenders to dethrone Morocco and win and become, you know, a team that can win outside? Because
Yeah.
your advantage is always because Ivory Coast are the defending champions this year because they won
Yeah.
it at home. Yeah, the last
Sure.
AFCON they won it at home. So
Yeah.
always the home ground advantage becomes the factor.
100%. Tell us before we close, who is playing tomorrow and what do you think the score will be?
Yeah, tomorrow is Christmas Day. There's no game.
Tomorrow it's Cakes Day and Sunless Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Cape Day tomorrow. So we'll see the games on Friday. So it
100%.
looks Group A and Group B playing. As I said, we will be facing Egypt. South Africa will be facing Egypt.
That'll be very, very interesting and powerful. Thank you so much
On
for your
Friday.
time, Timer. Really appreciate it. If you're on the line, smash the like button, smash the follow, subscribe, and let us know who do you think is gonna win on Friday between South Africa and Egypt. It's gonna be cooking, it's gonna be rocking. But remember that tomorrow unto us a son is born.
It's born.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Have a lovely, lovely, lovely evening. Danko.
Thank you very much. Keep on those comments. We would like to know who you're vouching for to win the AFCON. Thank you.
Thank you.